Hello everyone, it is Mrs. Red here. It's Friday afternoon here in Queensland, Gold Coast, and it's 4:30 in the afternoon. So this is a new thing I'm doing every Friday afternoon at 4:30, doing a live stream, and it will be for around about half an hour. And then you'll be able to watch the video back afterwards as well on YouTube. And I am going to be doing a kids art project every Friday afternoon. So what you can see here is my webcam that actually points down onto the paper. So I'm going to turn that over very soon. I will set up the chat window so that if anyone wants to say hello, you can, and I'll be able to see that. And yeah, please, if you are watching live, say hello in the chat, tell me where you're from. And the idea behind these projects is basically for parents, homeschooling parents, school teachers, maybe kindy. Some of these projects might be a little bit too old for kindy kids. And they are using your everyday art supplies that are very easy to get wherever you are. And it's just giving you ideas in regards to what you can do for an art project. All right, so I will change the camera view and we will start on what we're doing. Very exciting. Now, all right, there we go. Hang on, I'm just going to pull that down. All right, now hopefully I have blown the camera up a little bit higher this time, so I'm not going to be able to show you all the art supplies because I'd rather have it quite low, quite close to where I'm working. Now, the project that we're doing today is a LED light art project. So the final effect looks like a LED light artwork. And what's in front of me is not exactly what we're doing. I'm actually changing it, trying something new, and I'm adding another element to it. So the heart, obviously, for Valentine's Day. I know Valentine's Day is only just around the corner, but I thought I'd quickly squeeze a project in. And this is a simple one that anybody can do, as long as you can draw some hearts up. Younger kids obviously going to need a little bit of guidance with it. So everything looks the same apart from this has been done with a soft pastel. So it's very chalky and powdery and very messy. So in place of that, we're actually using the oil pastels. And then just as a little extra bonus, we will be using bit of baby oil on top of the oil pastel, and it turns the oil pastel into like an oil paint. So that, I've never done it on black paper before, so it is my first go on that. I have done some testing that I'll show you. But I'll tell you the other supplies. So you need to have some craft glue. Craft glue is your PVA glue. Now this one here is a very old glue because I haven't done art classes for kids for, I think it's 5 years now. So the brand, the packaging may have changed, but I really love using the Montmartre Pva Glue because it's runny, but it's not too runny. So that's what I was using in the art shed, in the art room when I did the kids' art classes. Now, the brushes that you're using can be any synthetic brush. You want it to be quite strong. So anything that's like a glue brush or an acrylic brush, perfect for this exercise. The type of brush you don't want to use is this one. And that is a watercolor brush. It's very, very soft bristles, and it's designed to absorb a lot of water. You will ruin these brushes if you use that for this exercise. So please be aware of that. Any type of crafty brushes, acrylic brushes, oil Oil paint I wouldn't use either. They tend to be a little bit softer, and a good size is probably either one of these. I was testing with quite a large brush, too big, so you use that. So you need a pencil just to draw your artwork up, and obviously your oil pastels, which I've got here in the screen. I am a big Micador fan. I've used a lot of oil pastels in the art room, and these ones are definitely my favourite brand. You'll need just something to pour your oil paint into. Your baby oil into. So here I've just got one of my palettes and I'll be putting it in there. And you also need some paper towel, and that is per project. So if you've got 4 or 5 kids doing these projects, they're all going to need one of these each, because this is how we wipe the oil pastel off the brush so that you can use it on a different colour. There's no water involved at all. All right, so and on this one we are using a black paper as well, so that we get that lead light sort of feeling happening. So I'll take this one away now, and I'll bring on my test piece to show you first. There we go there. Okay, so up here, these 4 colours here have all got the oil over the top, and there are the original colours without. So the one thing you can see is that they do tend to lose their colour a bit. So I'm going to test today, live on camera, putting a little bit of white oil pastel into, say, the red, because it's just going to need that kind of hit that's catching a bit of the, there we go. That's a little bit better to see. The lighting's not completely perfect, but you can see with this heart here, this orange heart that I've done, the texture of the oil pastel has disappeared. Hang on, I'm just trying to get a good view of this here. The texture of the oil pastel has disappeared, and you've got a very smooth surface going on. Now this little test here, pretty much I did this at 1 p.m. this afternoon, so I just wanted to see the drying time for the glue. So we're looking at around 3.5 hours. Is not completely dry yet. So best scenario would be 24 hours. If you can't do 24 hours, do at least do the glue in the morning and the artwork in the afternoon, late afternoon. You'll know when it's dry because all these white bits will be clear, just like this line down here. This line is not as thick as that line, and you can see that it is dried and you've still got white areas here. All right, so black card. This particular one is a fairly professional black card. This artwork that I've already done with the chalk pastel is just your standard black card that you can buy. So you can tell the difference there in the blacks. This is that's a really solid black. This one isn't. That doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't matter. It's still going to do the same thing for what we want. So black card for kids is fairly available anywhere, newsagents, Officeworks, art supplies, etc. So we will be using the black card. So now I think we should get started. So I have got, what have I got here? All right, I'm not going to go to, I've got a done earlier example, but here we go. Here's another one that I'm going to do up. I might actually do this one this way, just to be a bit different because the other two are landscaped. So my pencil, a HB, which is your standard pencil, is fine. This one is a 2B. Prefer 2B if you can find 2B. You're just going to be able to see the lines a lot better. So with this one, I'm going to be a little bit more random with what I do, but design is completely up to the child. They can do 10 hearts if they want to, or they can do 1 heart. It really doesn't matter. The artwork that I've half done is a completely different design to that finished one that I've done, and this one's going to be again. So I'm going to do a few things a little bit differently with this one. The only thing you can't really do with this is add too much detail, because you've got to pour the glue on. All right, the camera's having a little bit of struggle there. There we go. So we've got that, and again I want to do some, oh, I wonder if, no, I was thinking I might do another line around here, but it will actually be a bit too thin to actually get colour in. So we won't do that. I will just do some lines going out, and then I've got a bit of a surprise with the glue for this one. Oh, that didn't really work too well. I might do that there. You can see that it's really easy to see those lines with your pencil. So we've got that there. If you are just logging on now, remember to say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're from. I'm on the Gold Coast in Queensland. It's 20 to 5 now. All right, so moving on. You've got to grab your glue. Make sure that it is a PVA glue, that it is nice and runny but not too runny. And this Montmartre brand is what I do like. Sorry, that's my phone just going off there. So I'm just getting the glue down to the nozzle. And now I am just going to start squeezing and laying this glue down. Got to just have a very steady hand for this. So depending on the age of the kids will depend on how much help they need. Just a really nice steady hand. Where the glue falls is where the glue falls. You cannot lift it back up. And this glue is perfect for this. It's just running out nicely. I'm going to stop it down the bottom here. End off there. And then do the other side. Sorry if the camera is going out of focus all the time. If you want to be kept in the loop for all of these art projects, please go to the website www.mrsreds.com.au, and that way you will get the projects sent to you after the live. So, oops, there we go. So I'll be sending them out on a Saturday morning. Just the link, and a blog post will also be done, but I just need to take photos of things, so that won't be ready by the Saturday morning in most circumstances. Oh, I can't see where I'm going with this one. All right, so I won't keep going with that because you get the general idea of what we're doing here. Little bits like that, they're going to be very, very thin. So I'll just add a little bit more across there. Now what I wanted to do is go a little bit to town inside the heart. You just want to make sure that you have got a solid glue line. something like that. That looks nice. I wonder if I should do another one. I might do another one just along here. Now you can't see me, but my tongue just came out. So I'm concentrating. I'm just going to put a little bit more in there because that is going to be very thin. Once this one has dried, I will finish it off and post it in with the blog. So I'll stop there, but there we go. There's one that's, I've got a lot of purpose to some areas, and then I've gone a little bit crazy in the middle there. So that one's going to be very nice. I wonder what colours I'll use. Anyway, so there's that done. Now remember, half a day at the minimum, which would be about six hours, but really ideally do it over 2 days. Get that all nice and dry. So I will just put this out of the way, somewhere where it's not going to have anything lie down on top of it. And I'm bringing my prepared earlier one in. I feel like a chef. Okay, so I have started with the oil pastel in this one, obviously. You can see all this is the hard glue, so that's all set, ready to go, had 24 hours. And I'm just going to continue on with the oil pastels now. What did I do with my blue one? I thought I had a dark blue one here. I don't know if I was going to use that dark blue. Oh, no, I was using the light blue and 2 greens. So I'll start here. Nice, fun, easy for kids to do this. Filling all that in. And very easy to keep within the lines because you've got the glue, the hard glue there. Won't let you go over the top. Now this is the one that I'm going to experiment in a bit because we are using a black card. I want to lighten the red because it's going to appear a bit dark afterwards when we add the baby oil. You don't have to worry about trying to get it into the grooves of corners because that's what the brush can do with the oil. In the description of this artwork is where you'll find the website details so that you can go and have a look at the blog post once it's done, and I'll actually link the blog post into it as well. So that's the blues now done, and we've just got this final green, dark green. And then I'll finish off the hearts. There we go. And I can see that Gabby has said hello. Hello, Gabs. That's good. At least I know the chat is working. Gabby is my daughter. So she's obviously watching from her room. I hope you don't disturb my Wi-Fi, Gabby. Spelling hello wrong too. This is one thing that I wasn't ever able to do in the art room because the art classes were only on a Saturday morning for 2 hours. So the kids just wouldn't be able to get the glue dry in time. And every week I'd have different kids in, so it wouldn't be the same kids every week. So we couldn't do a project over a couple of weeks. So it is nice to be able to do a project that I can do, prepare earlier for you guys to be able to do over a couple of days. All right, so we've got the green down, and then I was just going for a purple and a pink heart. And I think I might put a bit of the white into this purple as well, because it is a bit of a darker colour. So on the black paper, you definitely want to be using your lighter colours. Be interesting to see how that green goes, actually, that dark green. There's that. Great fun artwork. Like I said before, design is completely up to you or the kids. And depending on age and abilities, they may need a bit of help with the gluing part of it. Okie dokes. Now let's grab the white. I'll have to use this one. Ooh, I might just do that quite messy because the oil, the baby oil, is going to smooth it all out anyway. It's going to end up being pink. All right, there we go. Okay, so with your baby oil, just pour a little amount, you don't need a lot, into there. Now this is where paper towel comes into play. So I'll put that, I'll bring it down a little bit. Actually, because we don't need them anymore, I might push them out of the way so I can have that there. And I'll just bring that up there. Oh, sorry, I was doing that so I can show you what you need your paper towel for. Very important to have that paper towel. Now, I don't know if you can see, if I bring this right up to the camera close, you can see all the little bits of the oil pastel. Leave that there because when you go over it with the baby oil, they actually just smooth out. Okay, so I'm going to start, might try the bigger of the two brushes that I've got. You wouldn't want to go any bigger than this brush. So if I measure sort of like my fingernail, it's roughly the size of my fingernail, or the thickness, width. Just adding oil to the brush and painting with it like you would water. And what it's going to do is pick up that colour. I quite like that texture in that heart. I might have to do something to the pink heart now. You don't want to put too much oil down, but also you don't want it to be too dry either. And as you brush it around, it's actually just picking up the oil pastel, and turning it more into brush marks. You can see this brush is absolutely chockers with oil pastel now. So because we don't have any other colour here being this one, I will finish with that colour, and that's where you need your paper towel, because that there is how you clean the brush. So everyone is going to need their own bit of paper towel. And that's a fairly clean brush now. I'll leave that one and go on to the purple one. Try and speed up a bit here. I would like to finish the whole artwork. Let's see how we go. Maybe not, you get the general idea of it. Yeah, if you've put too much oil down, go back and take some of it off. Dry your brush and then go back in and take some of it off. It will, see how that one's actually, it feels like it's taking the colour off the page. It'll be interesting to see how that one dries. All right. So I will, I'll just do the pink heart here now as well. So like I said, finished product will be in a blog post, and the details for that post will be on the website. The details of that post will be in the description of the YouTube video. So you'll be able to see the photos of the finished artwork once it's dried. Now, in regards to these drying, you're looking at probably 10 minutes, as long as you don't put too much oil down. The second heart, which I actually went in and took some of the baby oil off, that has dried quicker than the first one. So you can see by the shimmer there that that one has actually dried. So you're getting those 3 very light hearts in the background with those other colours. Let's just do one of the other colours and then I'll leave it at that. I might go the light green. I'll do this one here. I hope the brush doesn't hit the webcam. It's very easy to get through those little fine areas there. And of course I'll just go on and do the other stripes that are the light green before I clean the brush. So you're kind of doing an oil painting in a way. I have done this on white paper before, and it probably is a better effect. Oh, I don't know if better is the right word. It's a very different effect, but it does look smoother than an oil pastel drawing. This one, you're still getting those textures of the black coming through, which is nice. It's what we want. All right, so I'll just clean that brush there. Yeah, that size brush was good. Don't really need that smaller one. That's just going to create more work. So I'll leave it at that. That is a LED light looking Valentine inspired project. Black paper, oil pastels, baby oil, craft glue. That's pretty much it. That's the basics for that, and it'll all be listed in the blog post. And this is all dry and finished. Okay, well, thank you very much for that live stream. I will be back next Friday with another kids art project, and Thursday night is the drawing night where I'm drawing something. Usually is a longer live crossing, more sort of like an hour and a half usually, and you can catch those videos as well on the YouTube channel under the playlist of, I think, drawing and kids art projects. Thanks for watching. Give me some feedback, and also my socials, which is Mrs. Red's Art Room, so you can find me on both Instagram and Facebook. I would love to see the results of the kids' artworks, so please post them to me. If you haven't got access to the socials, go on the website and, gosh, my phone just won't stop ringing. Go on the website and there is a chat box which you can chat to me and it will get emailed to you, and I'll be able to give you some more instructions. Lovely. All right, well, have a lovely weekend and have fun doing these artworks. Bye-bye.